Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, August 10th, 2012. There's a lot to cover, so let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You will see the futures are trading lower by about 6 points, right to around the 1394.75 level. Decent little dip this morning, but nothing outrageous or nothing triggering fear at the moment. It is a Friday. I believe the last 6 Fridays have all been positive with actually big gains. So we'll see if that trend still remains intact or has the market caught onto it now and maybe sells the market a little bit today. We'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, market is trading a little bit lower. When the market is lower, that tells you that the U.S. dollar index is probably trading higher, and that is the case this morning. The dollar is trading up. The U.S. dollar index futures, that's the U contract, it is trading higher by about 13 cents at the moment. So, again, we're getting a little bit of a pop in the dollar, and that is deflating stocks and commodities really across the board. Let's take a look at oil and gold this morning. One thing you'll see here is that gold is trading down about $7 on spot. That to around $1,613 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. The GLD you'll see is gapping down pretty nicely this morning. Closed yesterday at around 157. Today it's trading around 156.19. So a decent little dip in gold this morning. Let's take a look at oils. Light sweet crude trading down $1.33. Crude has been on a tear to the upside. Right now it's trading at $92 a barrel on light sweet crude. Let's take a look at the USO this morning, and you'll see the USO is also having a pretty sharp gap down as well on the back of a stronger dollar, and that's now trading around 34.38 from yesterday's close, which was 34.93 a share. So again, dollar up, oil and gold down, and vice versa. Same goes with the stock market. If the dollar is up, stock market will be lower as well. Right now, the stock market's only down, or the S&P market, futures market is only down, about 6 points. So it's not a death sentence at all. Market's had a big climb already. We'll just see where this thing heads today. A couple of other things to go over quickly before we take a look at a few different names out there. One, China came out with their news last night. A lot of people were anticipating and waiting for the news, but it looks like imports just climbed very small. I believe they were just up 1%, and that's down from 11.3%. So the news out of China just seems to get worse every day. Last night, though, the Asian markets were not down all that much. You did have the Shanghai, which represents China, just down about 5 points or about a 1/4%. You also had the Nikkei down about 1%. The Hang Seng was down about 0.6%. And the Indian Sensex, which is very important, that was basically flat, along with Singapore market, which was basically flat as well. So not a lot out of Asia, even after reaction, but nonetheless, the Shanghai is definitely telling you that there's definitely weakness in Asia, especially in China, and that is the most important index that anyone can follow. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. There seems to be a few pretty big names out here, so we'll go through them. We're going to start off with JCPenney. This stock has really been all over the map. It looks like it went down to around the 1950 level. Now it's back up to $22. Again, this stock came out with earnings, whether they're good or bad, and they look to be horrible. But either way, just watch the reaction in the market. Right now, it's held this 1950 level. If this level breaks, you're not going to have any support till around $19, and after that, ultimately, JCPenney could be on its way down to 18 and possibly 15 bucks. So be very careful. But your line in the sand is really going to be about that $19 area. A close below there on the daily chart should send this stock much lower. Right now, you'll see this black line that I had in here is holding up as a wall at the moment at 1950. But if that line breaks on a closing basis, JCPenney could be toast, and the stock could go down to really 15 bucks. I don't see anything really much before it that can keep it up. All right, let's take a look at Research in Motion. Research in Motion catching a little bit of a bid this morning, closed at $7.80. Looks like IBM is interested in buying a bunch of its servers. This stock looks like it's just about to start getting dismantled one by one. There's not a lot of strength here. I wouldn't look for a whole lot of upside in research and motion. It looks like it's coming to its end, especially with IBM trying to pick off just a part of it, not even pick up the whole company. So it probably gets pieced out eventually. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Apple has kind of gobbled up its lunch here. But in any case, be careful with research and motion. I don't see any real particular levels. There's a lot of shorts out there, so it depends on how much the shorts get squeezed out. But I don't see the shorts running away from this one. So again, if IBM is just going to come in and pick up a little piece, I really don't see the shorts getting scared off here. So be very careful. If you own research and motion down here, hey, you got a little profit in the bank, maybe lock it in or trail your stop loss. That's all you could do with this thing. Let's take a look at Yahoo. Yahoo's CEO, I think, came out with some news that they were going to revamp the company, but the market doesn't seem to like it. Stock closed at 16 bucks yesterday, trading at 15.33. There's nothing really you could do with Yahoo right now. Let me get my levels out there for you so I could show you some support areas for bounces, but nonetheless, this is a pretty ugly move on the stock. Yeah, you're going to watch 1464. There'll be some support there. Maybe it's 1440. It's going to be somewhere in between 1464 and 1440. After that, it's $14, then $13.29, and then all the way down to $12.50. So those are your levels for Yahoo. Not a pretty picture from what I could see. Let's take a look at Nordstrom. Ticker symbol is JWN. I believe they had earnings. Right now, the stock closed at 55.08 by yesterday's close. Today, it's trading up a little bit. So Nordstrom showing some strength. Couple of things, because it's really just a scattered pattern. It's not really telling us a whole lot. Resistance around 58, and if it starts to fall by some chance, if Nordstrom starts to fall down, the stock would have support around 52.15, 51.03, and then $50. And if it breaks through there, then you're going to look right around 48.50. So watch those downside levels too, because you never know on a day like today what can happen, and you want to be a little bit on the cautious side. Even though the stock is holding up in the pre-market, it's not trading much volume, and that's not giving us a great indication of where this thing is going to go once the opening bell rings and volume starts to come in. Also, Manchester United, the soccer team, ticker symbol is going to be Man U. Is going to be coming out with an IPO today. We can only wonder how good this IPO is going to be. It is a sports team after all, and I got to say, probably it's a novelty to own a sports team, but I don't think it's the greatest investment in the world. I believe shares are going to be priced at $14 from originally. They're down originally from 16. I think Jeffries is the underwriter there, but either way, I'm not really sure you want to make too much out of it at the moment, but after the Facebook IPO, I'm not sure how welcome this one's going to be. So if you are one of the people getting shares in this, just be prepared. This may not be the greatest of IPOs coming out, especially after the Facebook debacle that we're seeing. That pretty much covers it. Oh, I do have one more. Monster Beverage. Let's take a look at Monster. Almost forgot this one. Stock is getting hit pretty hard again today. Was down yesterday due to earnings. Down again today. Looks like there's a subpoena out there. I'd probably look at $53.85 as a pretty good level. It looks like it held 57 at the moment. There's a lot of different potential levels that could be here, but I'd watch $53.80 to $53. Then after that, I'd look at 47.21. 47.25 in that vicinity. Okay, so those are two levels I think that will be safe today. And if it really tanked, you'd have to look all the way down at 38.50. But you never know what happens with these stocks when they get subpoenaed and anything else. So you always want to be prepared. Stock is definitely getting oversold now, but that is not a pretty picture on the chart. So we'll see where it goes from here. But Monster Drink is looks like it's getting hit pretty hard today. So be careful with that one, and we'll see where it goes. With that said, everybody, that pretty much covers everything that I was looking at. Again, futures are only down 5.5 points. We'll have to watch that dollar closely, but they're hanging in there. And it is a Friday. Volume will usually get light after the first couple of hours, so we'll see where it goes. With that said, have a great trading day. Have a great weekend, and we'll do it again Monday. Take care, everybody.